The question is the peak discharge of a flood hydrograph due to 6-hour storm is given as. So peak discharge of flood hydrograph is given as 470 cubic meters per second. The average depth of rainfall is 8 centimeters is given, assuming an infiltration loss of 0.25 centimeters per hour and a constant base flow of 15 cubic meters per second. Base flow 15 cubic meters per second is given. Calculate the peak discharge. We have to calculate the peak discharge of 6-hour unit hydrograph of the same catchment. So peak discharge of surface runoff, peak discharge of surface runoff hydrograph is 470 minus 15, that is equal to 455 meter cube per second. So rainfall excess is equal to average depth of rainfall is 8 centimeters minus 0.25 is the infiltration loss into 6 hours is 6.5 centimeters. So peak discharge of same catchment is 455 divided by 6.5, that is equal to 70 cubic meters per second of unit hydrograph. So 70 centimeters, 70 cubic meters per second, option D is correct. Question: the overlap of batten plates with the main member in welded connection should be more than, where T is the thickness of the weld, it should be more than 4T. Here the question is, a liquid rotates in a cylinder about its vertical axis with a constant angular velocity omega. Okay, the pressure at a point on the axis is same at a point 4 meter higher at a radius of 2 meters. What is the constant angular velocity? Omega we have to find out. So we know the head constant v square by 2z, that is equal to omega r whole square by 2z. Omega square r square by 2z. We know that from the question, same at a point 4 meter higher at a radius of 2 meters. H is equal to 4 meter and r is equal to 2 meters is given. 4 is equal to, by substituting these values in this equation, 4 is equal to omega square, r square is 2 square by 2z. 4 cancel, omega is equal to root 2z radians per second. So option A is correct. If delta is the angle of deflection of a simple curve of radius r, what is the length of the curve? We have to find out the length of the simple curve. We know that the angle of deflection of a simple curve is L into 180 divided by pi r. So L is equal to pi r delta by 180. So option B is correct. We know the question, the average daily traffic on a standard radial is 350 commercial vehicles per day. 350 commercial vehicles. Design traffic repetition 12 years. The vehicle damage factor is given as 2.8 and the traffic growth rate is given as 8.5%. Find out the cumulative number of standard axials of that lane. So cumulative number of standard axials is equal to 365 into 1 plus traffic growth rate. Traffic growth rate is 0.085 whole power Repetition for a 12 years minus 1 divided by 0.085 into vehicle damage factor 2.8 into number of commercial vehicles 350. So answer is 6.99 MSA million standard axles. So 6.99 option A is correct. As it is a direct question, the relation between intensity of wind pressure P and the velocity of wind V is intensity of wind pressure is directly proportional to square of the velocity of wind. So option B is correct. Question, we will extract the data from the question. So the question is a consolidation test on a sample of clay having a thickness of 2.3 centimeters. The thickness of the sample is given as 2.3 centimeters. Let me say it as H1. Indicates that half of the ultimate compression occurring in the first 5 minutes. So this 2.3 thickness settlement, half of its settlements occurs in first 5 minutes. So initial time we can consider it as T1. Under a similar drainage conditions, all the drainage conditions are similar for this test. How long will required for a building on a 6-meter layer? So the thickness of the layer is 6 meters, that is equal to 600 centimeters. We have to find out how long, what is the time that is required to get the half of its settlement, experience half of its final settlement, neglecting the secondary time effect. We are neglecting the secondary time effect. For the two similar soils X, to achieve the same degree of consolidation, to achieve same degree of consolidation, we know that T is directly proportional to H square. T1 by T2 is equal to H1 square by H2 square. T1 is 5 minutes, T2 we have to find out, H1 is 2.3600 whole square, T2 is equal to 5 into 600 square by 2.3 square in minutes. So 236 days. 236 days. Option B is correct. Is a water treatment plant treats 6000 cubic meters of water per day. So quantity of water that is treated is 6000 cubic meters per day. It consumes 20 kg of chlorine per day. So it is consuming 20 kg of chlorine per day. Consumption of chlorine. Then chlorine dosage would be, we have to find out per liter what is the weight of chlorine that has to be inputted. So if you see the options, all the options are in milligrams per liter, so we have to convert this into milligrams and liter. So quantity is 6000. Here 1 liter is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 cubic meters. So 1 cubic meter is going to be 10 cube liters per day. And for 1 kg, 1000 grams, 10 cube grams. Here it is milligrams, so 10 cube into 10 cube milligrams. That is equal to 20 to the power of 6 milligrams. 20 into 10 to the power of 6 milligrams per day. So by substituting the chlorine dosage is equal to 20 into 10 to the power of 6 by 6000 into 10 to the power of 3 milligrams per liter. 3.33 milligrams per liter. So option C is correct.